So there were a handful of days in Cape Town where I was just like too exhausted mentally to think about a camera or shoot anything on the big camera. The stuff I was shooting when I was like working was kind of emotionally heavy, and there wound up just being a bunch of days where I still wanted to go on some sort of adventure, but I couldn't be bothered to like think about filming. So I would just film on an iPhone or a GoPro or something like that. I wound up cutting together some of those videos just super rough, just putting clips in chronological order and trimming them down on my phone while I was flying back. It's like a 45-hour trip back when you account for all the time spent in airports. I never knew what to do with the footage because on this channel I like to keep it stuff that I at least kind of tried on, whereas this is just like super run and gun iPhone or GoPro stuff. It's not just that it's bad footage, it's like wildly out of context. There's no intro or outro or story really. It's just like me doing a thing. I've way over explained this. Anyway, the next few videos on this channel are gonna be totally ridiculous and way too long, and no one's ever gonna watch them all the way through, but I just want to do something with this footage, so here you go. So I've been in Cape Town for almost 2 months, and I have done almost everything that I wanted to do. 2 things left. I'm gonna try and do them today because I fly back home tomorrow. So I don't know about you guys, but to me that looks like a way up. Miserably lost. I was told that that way goes to the top, but just hiked that trail to its end and it just ends on a cliff. So maybe we'll try this next. Oh God. All right, not so bad. All Rainbow's putting in work today. No biggie. Still got a ways to go. Definitely don't think that was the recommended route, especially with 20 kilos of camera gear on you. Not a bad view though. Still not quite at the top. A little further to go. I learned this in Rocklands last time. If you ever get lost, follow the cairns. People use them to mark the paths. There's another one just there, so I know I go that way, and from there I'll be able to spot the next one. Well, I am not at all where I meant to be, but I am now back on something that vaguely resembles a trail, so I think that's a good thing. Where I'm supposed to be is all the way up there. I have no idea where I went wrong. Maybe it was climbing the sketchy chain hanging from a cliff instead of following the trail, but like, can you blame me? We are finally above the top of Lion's Head though, so that's pretty cool. Still have a really long way to the cable car. The worst bit is that I've run out of apricots. Look at this dude, I almost thought he was a plant. Whoa, camera, can you chill? Jeez. Look at the homie. He ran up my arm to try and escape. He then did escape, so I guess it worked. Can you guys see those tiny little things? Oh my God, my finger's huge. Can you guys see those tiny little silhouettes on top of Lion's Head? They're people way up there. I've never been anywhere else where it's like fairly nature-y, pretty cool like nature experience. That's Devil's Peak over there, that one. And then there's like full-on city skyscrapers. Super weird. Update number 367. I don't think you guys will be able to tell how steep this really is. It is hectic. Yeah, there's no way. It's like roughly that angle, I would say. The trail continues to get steeper, more difficult, and more interesting. Now I'm in this like crazy canyon. There's some people kind of following my path. You can't see them right now, but maybe they'll know what trail this is or where we are. Man, this right here is why you travel. Holy shit. I don't care what anybody says. This is hands down the best view of the 12 Apostles anywhere. Come here. I have no idea where it is. Come find it. You won't be disappointed. What? So that guy just told me that this is apparently a famous trail. You can find it all over YouTube. And it's called, I think he said Kloof Ridge? Seems pretty fun to me. He was baffled that I'm doing it in sandals. Closer still to the summit, but I'm afraid I've completely lost the trail. Came up over there. I don't know. Okay, I take it back. That is the best view of the Apostles. Insane. And this side, super cool. This really couldn't be any more perfect. I kind of just figured that the trail would be pretty self-explanatory. Didn't plan anything, didn't really look at a map. Just kind of saw the line up the mountain and went for it. And accidentally wound up on apparently one of the gnarlier hikes up here, which of course I love. It's great. That looks like maybe it's kind of a trail. Let's give it a shot. The trail still seems to get more cryptic every few meters. I'm not sure, like here, that looks pretty well traveled. Maybe I go up there and then that looks kind of well traveled too, so maybe it's over there. I don't know. We're on an adventure. We don't need to know. Yeah, it's not this way. Hikes like this can't exist in America because we're all too stupid. We'd end up dead. It would appear that that is the trail about 10 meters below me. So now I get the joy of scrambling down this to relink with it. And then we just hope it's right. It's like hide and seek, but there's no hiding, and all we're seeking is the trail that won't kill us. So on the other side of that right there is that last like cliff that I scrambled up where I met the guy who couldn't believe I was climbing in flip-flops, and there was another group of I think 2 or 3 people that I think turned around right there because I haven't seen them pop up. They were talking about turning around as I passed by, and then I haven't seen them pop up on the top, so I think they probably bailed. I wish now that I could tell them to keep coming because it gets so much better, and I think they probably could have made the climb, but I didn't want to like encourage them to climb in case they then like died or something. I thought I was gonna have to backtrack because I wound up over there. Needed to get over here. Didn't see a good way to do it, but then I just climbed down a little bit and there's this slot, so maybe this will work. Rocking the old phone in the teeth trick again. So sorry for the weird audio. Okay. Whew. That was definitely the closest I've been to falling this whole time. This can't be right. This is sketchy as fuck. How am I gonna fit through there? And then where do I go? Maybe I go that way. Hey. Okay. Too narrow. So, I passed the old camera bag through first.
I only gotta keep a hand on it because there's nowhere for me to set it down. This is a bit of a predicament. Okay. Whew. I think we're okay. Nice. All right. I've just come down, which feels like the antithesis of progress. Yeah, that was definitely the wrong way. Whoops.
So I think where I'm supposed to be is actually just right there. I just climbed through this crazy slot in there to get to here because I thought there would be more trail here. Obviously there's not. I'm tempted to just climb up this. It looks pretty easy, but with 20 kilos of camera gear on my back, I don't know. It looks chill. My only hesitation with it is that I haven't been on Table Mountain Rock enough to fully understand what's solid and what's not. It looks so chill though. I think I'm gonna try it. Surely it'll be okay. If not, I'll be going there a lot faster than I meant to. As gnarly as this is about to be, and as much as I would love to have that content to show you guys, I'm not gonna film this one. I hope you understand. I think that I'm gonna need all the focus I can manage just on the climbing bit. It's a super easy climb, like whatever, 5'4", 5'5", but it's a bit chossy, and again, I've got about 20 kilos of camera gear on me, so I'm just gonna focus on climbing it. I will let you know if I either bail or make it. I'm not gonna fall. I'm not gonna put myself in a position where I could fall, so I'm only doing this because I feel very comfortable with it. If at any point that changes, I am confident that I'll be able to down climb. So here we go. First bit done. Got this left. I think we got it in the bag. Should be no biggie, even in the rainbows. One more step closer. Almost there. And we made it. Woohoo! So, Dad, if you're watching this right now, you should probably look away. But that's where I just came from. Not so bad. Woo! View still gets better every single time. Every step forward gets a little more incredible. You guys see that? That is one of the little yellow footprints that they use to mark the trails that go over rock. But I think this is pretty cool. From here, you can actually see the way I came up. It's that super gnarly looking ridge. Yeah, that. Super cool. Great view of Lion's Head. That's Camps Bay. Carrying on, that goes towards Hout Bay and Chapman's Peak and all that. The teeny little bit that you can see sticking out over there, I think is Llandudno. A lot of where I've been diving is kind of like along this road and just around the corner there. So, amazing view. And we still have a ways to go up. There's that same view zoomed out on the iPhone. Crazy, eh? Okay, I take it back. This is the best view of the fossils. What? Insane. Well, I haven't been filming for a minute because the trail has gotten a lot less steep, a lot easier to find, and therefore a lot less interesting. But I have just run into a couple of other hikers who tell me I'm very close to the summit. It certainly seems like I must be pretty close. It's just right there, but I believe the trail is going to kind of circle all the way around before it gets up there. That's the way I just came up. You'd think they'd have a similar sign on the other side. This side is totally crazy. Super windy. All these crazy looking sandstone formations. Feels kind of like you're hiking on Mars or something. All right, this is crazy, and you guys probably can't hear me because it's super windy, but way over there, that is the Indian Ocean. Insane. Cape Point is way over there. That's Half Bay over there. Absolutely mad. Unreal. I cannot believe this place. So crazy. And then like after all that, you get up here and there's a freaking cafe. Sitting there, you feel like you're on top of the world. This is mad. Alright, well, it's really windy up here. And I'm cold, so I think I've seen what I came to see. Time to head back down. Alright, well, I thought I was going the easy way down Kloof Gorge, but the little sign back there just told me that this is actually going towards Skeleton Gorge, which I believe is second hardest, second only to the way that I came up. So I came up the hardest way and I'm going down the second hardest way, I think. I'm, to be honest, completely lost, but the trails are really well marked here, so I don't know exactly which trail I'm on, but I think as long as I stay on a trail and keep going downhill, then I'll make it back somewhere and hopefully before sundown. That's the plan anyway. So I've just dropped down into Skeleton Gorge, and the landscape, as you can see, has changed completely. Super cool. It's like almost jungly down here. Ton of ferns, really interesting. I'm actually pretty glad that I wound up coming down this way. Now we're getting into some proper steep stuff again. Still not half as bad or good as the way we came up, but Skeleton Gorge is proving to be a pretty nice little hike. If you're, they say like if you're the thrill-seeking type, then this is the way to go. I would say if you're looking for a good workout, this is the way to go. It's just like many kilometers of steps, but really not too bad, not scary at all. Almost slip and die as I say that. If I hadn't just done the hike that I did to get to the top of Table Mountain, I would think that this is super gnarly and hardcore. I mean, the grade is probably, yeah, more than 45 degrees, and it's really a cool technical hike, kind of straight up a very, very steep riverbed. Super amazing, highly recommended if you're in Cape Town. But having just seen what I saw, this is really not bad. So amazing. I mean, look at this. There's like all these ladders. The trail basically goes straight up. I love this. It's amazing. I'm just now starting to hear the city again, and the trail is flattening out considerably. So I think we must be getting pretty close. So that's what I've been coming down for the last couple kilometers. And that's what I have to keep going down for the next couple kilometers. Almost there. Kind of crazy that I was way on the other side of that mountain just a couple hours ago. I think Skeleton Gorge is this one here. That's where I just came down. Came over from the other side this morning, and yeah, had a really nice hike up there. Well, I think that pretty much sums up my Table Mountain experience. I've got another kilometer or so of this Jeep track, and then I should be back to the car. So we're back to the road where I can get an Uber. If you enjoyed the more spontaneous type of video, let me know. Maybe I'll do more of these. They're kind of fun. So thanks for hiking with me. I'll see you next time.